So actually, there was a threat on the life of Donald Trump in Turkey yesterday. Yes, several reports have confirmed that there was a threat on the life of Donald Trump yesterday, and the Secret Service advised Donald Trump to swap Air Force One. Originally, Donald Trump was supposed to fly back to the United States using the Qatari Air Force One, the Air Force One given to him by Qatar. But the Secret Service advised him to use the old Air Force One because of security reasons. And when they asked Donald Trump, he tried to twist it around. But he later admitted that he is the number one target on the list of the Iranian. He admitted it because he said he is the top target, the number one in the list of the Iranian to kill. Listen to what Donald Trump said when they asked him why he is changing the Air Force One.
I'd like you to address speculation that you're leaving Ankara not in the new Air Force One because of security concerns involving Iran. You've spoken today twice about them possibly assassinating you and possibly being successful. Did that concern have something to do with it?
Well, I speak about it a lot because, you know, the life of a president is very dangerous. It's 5.2%. You know what a race car driver is? 1/10 of 1%. A bull rider, that looks pretty dangerous to me. It's 1/10 of 1%. No, it's 5.2% is you don't make it. You should have told me, you're an excellent reporter. You should have told me that years ago. Maybe I wouldn't have run. It's a very dangerous profession. No, I'm number one on the kill list for Iran. They're lovely people. I'm number one. So I don't know. I can't tell you that, but I don't really care because I'm doing my job and I'm doing it, I hope, better than anybody's ever done it because we have a country that's hot and really, really successful. But I mention it only because it's on the list. I mean, it came out. There was another list came out yesterday, and I'm number one on. I like being number one on TikTok better, but I'm number one on the list for killing. Go ahead.
Hey, Sean McCreesh, New York Times. But why aren't you flying the new plane home?
Say what?
Why aren't you flying on the new Air Force One home?
It's flying to Europe, to one of the big bases, 2 or 3 of the big bases where we can show it to the people. And we'll be going home by normal methods. But we have it going to Europe to a couple of bases, actually one in particular, but it's going to go.
So Donald Trump has admitted that the life of a president is always at risk. And more to that, the Iranians are targeting him. He is the number one target in the list of the Iranian to kill. This is what Donald Trump just admitted. Now, this is because during the funeral of the late Iranian Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Ali Khamenei, most of the Iranians came out and promised revenge on the life of Donald Trump. They promised to revenge on Donald Trump. So they actually promised death for Donald Trump and Netanyahu. So most of the Iranians, they promised that they are going to revenge on the death of their supreme leader by also terminating Donald Trump and Netanyahu. So during the concluding session of the NATO summit yesterday in Turkey, the Secret Service had to advise him. There were insecurity issues. So they had to advise Donald Trump to fly back using the old Air Force One. Because the original plan was for him to fly back to the United States using the Air Force One provided or given to him by the Qatari government. But because of the insecurity issues, they had to advise him to swap or to change the aircraft. Now, Donald Trump claimed that the reason is because the Qatari Air Force One is going to England for the United States troops to take a look at it because it's very good. And so, you know, you all heard what he said, but that is not true. That is not true. It was because of insecurity. It was because the life of Donald Trump was threatened. So most of you will ask why he had to swap Air Force One. Now, this is the reason. The Air Force One provided by Qatar doesn't have all the security systems as the old one because Donald Trump had to hurry the engineers to renovate the Air Force One provided by Qatar within 10 months. Something that was supposed to take years to renovate before Donald Trump can use it to fly or to go to anywhere. But Donald Trump forced the engineers to re-innovate the Air Force One provided by Qatar within 10 months. So several reports have confirmed that the Air Force One given to him by Qatar doesn't have all the security systems like the old one that he was using. So this is the reason he had to swap the aircraft. So Iran has promised revenge on Donald Trump and Netanyahu. So this is why Donald Trump had to swap the aircraft yesterday in Turkey. And if you watch the concluding session of that NATO summit, he had to leave the session before time. The way Donald Trump left the stage, that is not how he was supposed to leave. There were insecurity issues. There was a threat on his life. So he just disappeared. And given the fact that things already escalated yesterday between the United States and Iran, so the Secret Service advised him that, look, there are insecurity issues, so you have to leave because Iran can do anything at any time. Iran is targeting your life, so you had to leave. So Donald Trump and Netanyahu, in fact, any of them coming to the Middle East right now or to Asia is very risky. It's risky because Iran has vowed to revenge on the death of their supreme leader. If you watch what was happening during the funeral of the Iranian late supreme leader, you understand what I'm talking about. So yesterday in Turkey, things were not easy for Donald Trump. He had to swap the Air Force One. So Donald Trump has dipped his hands in so many wrong places. Yes, he has committed crimes everywhere, done a lot of bad things. So his life is at risk. So what do you think? What do you know? What have you heard? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. See you in the next video. God bless you.